Hey everyone, has your FPS lately been dropped with new game updates, driver updates, or even if you just change your GPU? A lot of stuff with the shaders can go wrong. Now you might have seen some tutorials showing you how to clear your shaders, but they're not really complete. So let us see my frame time currently, because it's really bad due to some conflicts with driver, game version cache, and on. As you can see, in many cases my frame time is even jumping up to 40. So let's do things the right way, but first I want to thank SkinsMonkey for sponsoring this video. So check out SkinsMonkey, the trusted automated CS2 trading site. Swap the skins you don't want for the ones you do. Use their handy filters to find the perfect fit. And if you're a little shy on funds, you can deposit with tons of options and get up to 35% extra bonus if you use my code COOK. Site offers live support 24/7. You can also claim up to free $5 using my code or by clicking the link in the description. The first thing that you want to do is go to betas and make sure you are currently set at none. Next step, you want to open your NVIDIA control panel, go to global settings, come down to shader cache size. For AMD, you want to look for something similar which allows you to disable your shader cache for some time. It should be on driver default, just set it to disabled and then just apply your changes and restart your computer. Once you restart your computer, press your Windows and R key, type this exactly into your run and just press OK. Now you'll be able to delete both of these folders without anything kind of remaining. So just delete them and it's completely gone. So one step, we are already done. Now let's go to our second step. Next up, you want to go to your Steam folder. So program files 86, Steam, Steam apps. Over here, you're going to find shader cache. Go for 730. This is your Counter-Strike 2 or Global Offensive. And then you just want to delete all of these files. So just delete them and they're completely gone. Now go back to your NVIDIA control panel, set your disabled to again back to driver default. Make sure you apply all the changes. Once the changes are applied, after restarting, just load up your game. Now from here, it's up to you if you want to just deathmatch or do stuff like that, because you need to build your shaders again. For me, I'm just going to run this FPS benchmark map once or twice, and then on the third time I'm going to take that recording and compare it to what my recording was before I did any of this stuff. All right, now we're done. Time for the test. First, let us see out of these both graphs which graph had the most values in which the frame time was greater than 10. So let's just look at that. And we see there were 17 frames where before shader process our frame time was greater than 10, whereas there was only one when it came to our other process. And you can see the total values are different because obviously the average FPS is also going to be different. What we can do is normalize these values and see like if anything changes. And as you can see now, we have even much more stark difference, which is 19 and 1. So we really got rid of those outlier kind of stuff right over there. Another way of seeing this data would be if I just put my graph frame time for both of my data sets and highlighted only the values which were above 10. So let's just do that, but I want to just do it a little bit big, so I'm gonna open it in drawing mode. Now you can see a whole lot of values, but if you realize, if I remove everything from here, you're only going to see one yellow value, which is right over here, because there's only one sample in which we had a frame time of higher than 10. It's around here, it's like 11 or something, some stuff like that. So which is really good to know. Now let us come to some other comparisons which we can do. Let's go to our picture mode. By the way, the resolution is 1280 960, not 1920 1080. So I'll just change this. So it's 1280 and 960. And now let's compare. We have both our files. Let's give before red and let's give after green because it's more suitable. Now first, let us draw the bar graph for FPS and we render the graph. As we can see, before we had less average FPS, after we are having much higher FPS. 1% low didn't improve much. That is because CS2 is not that optimized. Again, the same thing right over here as well. We increased our P1 values as well, so our stuff was working quite well. Now let's go back to our line graph, but let's do for frame time and we're going to do this. And over here, you can clearly see that these values were much worse, and right now we have much more steady values, which are the way to go and play the game. So this really works. Now, something which I want to talk to you guys about before I let you go. One thing I would suggest, if something is not working for you, just update your drivers to the latest version, the public latest version, and do not use some obsolete drivers because they can have some security issues as well. Just make sure that you guys do that. And also remember, this is not a magical fix. This is something, let's say your computer was running well, everything was going well, and suddenly everything started to run like crap. And that's when you do this, right? So this is for that. I hope this helped. Subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. Watch out for more.